Hey everybody, I'm Chad Booksam. This is AMTV Alternative Media Television. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you to all the new subscribers as well. God bless you all. Please thumb up and share this videos. We appreciate you guys helping to spread the message, especially when the mainstream media has such a tight grip in this country. Everybody has to do their part, and we appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. Everything is going to collapse. This is the only way the new world can rise, because there's things happening right now that there's no coming back from. Now let's talk about the debt for one second. The U.S. budget deficit may quadruple this year to almost $4 trillion. Projections from the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget says that by 2023, U.S. debt held by the public will surpass records set in the post-World War II era. $25 trillion in debt. There is nothing that you can do to chip away at this or reduce this. And they know this. So the attempt and the agenda going forward is to collapse the whole system for the new world to rise. Collapse the old world for the new world to rise. And I'm sure you guys are already aware of this. And this is complete totalitarian takeover. This is complete shutdown of religious freedoms. And this is also war. This is what this means. Absolutely. We are in an active state of war with China right now. This is why we see this 60-day immigration ban locking down the country. This is why President Trump says, oh, we are fighting an invisible enemy, currently an invisible enemy, calling it the Chinese virus, saying that he's a wartime president. We're in an active state of war with China. American warships have sailed into disputed waters in the South China Sea, according to military analysts, heightening the standoff in the waterway and sharpening the rivalry between the United States and China, even as much of the world is in lockdown because of the coronavirus. We are not at war for black gold anymore. We are at war for this new world. Okay, this is artificial intelligence. Who is going to own the space, hence the Space Force while that was released, and knowing for a fact that they might just completely take out the grid, the electric grid, in order to create and build this new smart grid. You have to take out the old for the new to rise. This is how it's going to happen. This is why we've been discussing EMP so much on this channel, because that's one of the ways that they can do it. And now that we're all locked in our homes, now that this huge immigration ban, and now that there's so much propaganda going back and forth between the United States and China, think about this for 1 second. Let's start with Kim Jong-un. Oh, he's in critical condition. He's under surgery. If that was the truth, it would have never been leaked out. Ever. This would have never been leaked out to the press. This was an initial propaganda leak because something is going on that they're not telling us. But absolutely, he is not dead. And this is what makes me very concerned about it, because if they're putting something out like this, meaning that North Korea is, the leader of North Korea is probably in his bunker somewhere preparing for what's to come. We all know that that whole North Korea Trump little show that they put on was all fake. It was all fake. And the fight isn't with Iran. So President Trump throws out this veil, right, this smoke screen saying that I have ordered the Navy to shoot down and destroy any Iranian gunboats that harass our U.S. Navy ships. That's a smokescreen. We have no reason to go to war with Iran. No reason whatsoever. Look, this is a fight that is going to take place all around us. It's not the same conventional wars that we've seen in the past. And I think this virus, absolutely, whether it's real or not, whatever the case might be, whether it's real or not, it was the first attack. This was the first attack. So what do we see occurring? What do we see occurring in the coming days? Now, again, China has accused the United States of releasing this virus. I mean, just think about the propaganda and the hatred, how tense it is between us and China. They've accused us of releasing the virus, and we have done the same. Now, all evidence shows that it most likely came out of this Wuhan laboratory, but we also see some funding by the U.S. military to this laboratory. You know, and I find it interesting when these sick viruses are released, whatever the case might be, they just don't know. When there's so much uncertainty of something, then most likely it was man-made, just like HIV. When there's so much uncertainty of how it existed. Now, I'm honestly really concerned with the path that we're being taken on. Look what this virus has done. Look what this pandemic has done for a second. Just step back and take a look. Complete totalitarian control in every country due to this virus. You had places like Hong Kong, literally rebellions and uprisings happening everywhere. Same with Iran. Now each government has been able to totally take over and have a full grip on their country and on their people. on their country and on their people. Think about the freedoms being taken away here, and think about the riots happening here in the United States. Think about the protesters, and think about the fact that we're moving into this socialist utopia where communism is not being pushed back. It's actually being enforced even here in the United States, and there's going to be one communist rule. Think about this for a second. We're already having mayors and governors and people in localities, policymakers say, if you see somebody violating any of these COVID-19 guidances, call the snitch line and snitch on them. You have American brothers and sisters literally snitching on one another, like they do in China, You have people locked in for a press release telling them to stay at home due to this invisible enemy, and you have people going and protesting, and 100% this is going to lead into an end to the election cycle. This is really what I want to point out. They want you off of the streets, okay? So if we can't protest, if you can't go to parks, how are you going to go to elections? Look, we are in an active war. Elections are going to be suspended, most likely. Suspended, most likely. And space will be the last frontier. This is why the Space Force was announced. Who holds sway over that frontier, which is above us? Who holds sway over artificial intelligence? And what form of totalitarian control will take place in the immediate future? Who will be that dominant force? Everything is going to collapse in order for it to rise. And you guys feel it too. I mean, come on, literally, think about it. What is going on here? Something like we've never seen. Something like we've never seen. You know, they do the same thing over and over again, just a little differently. They did this before World War II. They crashed the economy. Millions of people lost their jobs, and the only way we were able to get back to work was through war. We have more control and restrictions and constitutional freedoms taken away than any time previous, whether it was World War I or World War II, meaning that this is bigger than World War II, what we're seeing. The next 30, 60 days is going to go beyond the virus. You're going to see phase 2 come into play. Everything will collapse for the New World Order to rise. I love you guys. My name is Chad Booksam. This is AMTV Media, hard hitting and in your face. Hey everybody, I'm Chad with AMTV. I hope you have prepared yourself and your families for what's to come. There's so much uncertainty, there's so much instability with the dollar, with the Federal Reserve, with oil, that in these times of uncertainty and chaos, something solid and tangible is your safest asset. And here at AMTV, we couldn't recommend something better than gold. Gold will absolutely protect you in these times, because at the end of the day, we know for sure that when it comes to your 401k, when it comes to your retirement, and when it comes to the savings, that it can be demolished and diminished, and at any moment. Wall Street's just one big gamble. It's one big casino. So having a diversified portfolio, I mean, it's just common sense. And I hope you guys take these common sense steps. Now, we put together a free guide, our AMTV Gold Kit. Please click the link below and get it. It's absolutely critical that you at least learn about it. You don't even have to do it, but at least learn about it and make the decisions that you think is best for you and best for your family. Now, also, if you are considering precious metals and you want even free consultation, please consider our partners at Birch Gold. These are patriots. They love this country, and they've been working with us for over a year, helping our audience. And again, they'll give you free consultation, and they'll help you every step of the way. Now, there's some bonuses that you can get by connecting with Birch Gold for qualified purchases. You'll even get free emergency kits. You'll get a whole package to protect your financial assets and to absolutely help you in the case of an emergency. So click the link below now, get our free AMTV Gold Kit. And I thank you guys so much. Again, my name is Chad Booksam. This is AMTV, hard hitting and in your face.